Hey guys, so this is my first SAT daily practice video. It's a math problem, clearly. So we got Hunt earns $200 for his services on each working day, but is fined $250 for each day he's absent. Which of the following represents the amount Hunt earns each month in dollars if there are W potential days in a month and he's absent for A of those days? All right. So the first thing we should note is, well, honestly, the first thing we should note is the variables. So we have W and we have A. So W is the amount of days in a month. It says potential days in a month. That's the amount. That's essentially the number of days in a month. So we put number of days in month. All right. Now we have A, right? A. So two different colors. Now we have A, right? So A represents the number of days he's absent. He's absent for A of those days. That is the number of days absent in a month, of course. Now there's one more. Now we have the amount of days and the amount of days absent. But now we need to figure out how many days he's working, because he's not working all those days, but he's not going to be absent all these days. So to do that, so let's say there are 30 days in a month, right? And let's say he's absent for 20. That's not too much. Let's say he's absent for 13 of those days. To get the amount of days working, you're going to take 30, the amount of days there are, minus the number of days absent. And essentially, this models the form W minus A, because W is the amount of days you have, and A is the number of days absent. So let's say if we take W minus A and treat it as its own variable, we get W minus A is equal to number of working days. Yeah, it's kind of cut off there. But anyway, so number of working days. So now let's look at some of the numbers that are given to us in the problem. So we have $200 for every time he works, but $250 he's absent. So now you have to think about this. So $200 for every day he works. Which variable does that apply to? Well, clearly that applies to the number of working days variable right here. W minus A. That's because we just previously found out W minus A is the number of working days that Hunt has in a month. So then if he earns 200 each of those days, that means you're gonna multiply 200 times this variable, which is W minus A. So let's say number of working days W minus A equals 1. So then, since it's $200 a day, you'll get 200 times 1. 2 days will be 200 times 2, and it essentially follows the pattern of 200 times W minus A. So if we write that here, 200 W minus A, and that's the amount of money he earns. And yeah, so this is the amount of money earned. Alright, so I'm gonna erase this for some more space. Anyway, but then our other variable here is 250, and that's how much he's fined. That's how much he's fined a day for being late. So if he's start absent, not late. But anyway, so if we look at our variable list, we have W and A, because W minus A relates to 200. Now we have to figure out what variable this 250 relates to. So if you look, number of days in a month, but that doesn't have number of days in a month doesn't talk about being absent, so that can't be it. But A, our blue variable here, number of days absent, that's how much that's what's going to tell you how much money he's going to lose. Because if he's absent 1 day, which is apply 1 times 250. If A is 2 days absent, you get 250 times 2. So clearly this 250 right here relates to A. So, and as I just previously mentioned, if you take 250 and you multiply by A, you'll get the amount of money lost or find, because if he's absent, this A stands for the amount of days he's absent, and you multiply that by 250, and you'll get how much money he loses. So now, how do these two relate to each other? This is the final part of the question. We have to figure out how both of these expressions relate to each other, because we have the amount of money earned, and then the amount of money lost. Well, the question here is asking us, which of the following represents the amount Hunt earns this month in dollars? So I guess earns. So the question is, which of the following represents the amount Hunt earns this month, right? So we have two variables here, right? So we have amount of money earned and the amount of money lost or fined. So if we redefine loss is essentially fined. Earned is essentially earned. So we can get rid of that. So anyway, so if you want to find out how much he earns, you take how much he works and how much he earns from the work minus the amount of money he's fined. So in words, this equation would be essentially be earned minus lost, and then this gets your net. This gets the amount of money you earn, your net income. So, and this equation right here, this equation is what we're trying to find in this question. And this equation we have is going to be one of the answers. So this is a word one, but all our answers are numbers. Well, so now we have these equations, right? We have 250A and 200 times W minus A. And now if we just substitute these equations to our earned minus loss equation, then we can find the expression that tells how much money Hunt earns a month. So if we replace them, we get 200 times W minus A minus 250A. And right here, this is the equation this is the expression we're looking for, because it tells you how much money Hunt earns a month right here, but then it also tells you how much he loses, and then you subtract that loss from the amount of money he earns. And then if you look at our answers, the answer that resembles is B. So B is the correct answer.